Alrighty, so this is a little bit different than what I usually do, but the reason you're seeing some else that isn't gameplay footage is because I am currently, okay, before I start, I should give a little bit of backstory to what I'm doing. So, quite a while ago, actually, surprisingly at least, okay, let me just put it like this. So there's a Friday. So this is a Friday Night Funkin' video in spirit, at least, because the whole idea is I have two characters specifically named Hammer and Lucy. They are my Friday Night Funkin' OCs, and yes, they are a couple. And by the way, the Hammer OC is supposed to basically be me. So there's that. Now, the Lucy design, the Lucy sprite, the old one I have, I like it, and it's technically just a recolor, so that's what I decided to do. But instead of recoloring the same one, I decided to recolor this to make it Lucy. So you're probably seeing why I'm doing this, but in my case, I'm doing this because, one, I want to try recoloring and redoing stuff. Two, I just feel like I like this design. I just like using this design as like a basis or something like that. I don't know. I'm really just a simp. So yeah, I'm using the basic paint bucket tool. Now I'm not using Microsoft Paint because I'm not like that. I am instead using a tool. Hold on a minute, Discord. Okay, never mind. But yeah, I'm using a little art. What do I call it? An art thing. It's like an art studio thing. It's like, I don't know what to call it anymore. It's basically an art studio called Krita. Yeah, I had to read for a second. Yeah, it's called Krita, and it's basically a free art application, and it's really good. I like it. So that's why I'm using it to remake Lucy. And I already got some pre-done colors over here because, to be honest, I was not happy with the first design. But so when I made a secondary design for a different sprite of this character, whose name is Sky Blue originally, to those who may not know, as you may not. But yeah, but basically, Sky Blue is the basis for the new Lucy design I'm doing. I might do more videos like this. The microphone I don't change at all though, just so you know. Yes, yes, it's color like that for a reason. Do that. Let me get the blue hair back. Do that. So yeah, as I said, this is a bit of a more different than usual video that I'm making. The reason I'm doing one of these things is because I want to like change up my content a little bit, you know? Something that isn't just only gaming, you know? Like, I don't want to be a basic gaming channel. I want to like diverse my content, you know? So I decided, hey, why not an art video? I know it's not that original, but it's different from what I usually do. And by the way, I will be doing Mac Tonight and Cry of Fear at some point. Some of those people who may be wondering for some reason. I will get back to those series eventually. I just don't know when. Mainly because of IRL stuff, and I just keep forgetting to go back to it. It's mainly that I keep forgetting to go back. Yeah, and talking about the design I'm making real quick. Yes, I'm making the skirt red. I only am doing this because I can't think of any other color to make the skirt. It does sort of throw the design off just a little bit. Like, oh crap, I almost forgot the color parts in. Real quick, go back to here. Is that her hand? Wait, it is. It is her hand. Okay. Color those in. Put a little bit more in. It's not going to be perfect, but it'll be good for what it is. As I was saying with the design I'm making for Lucy, the red skirt, and according to one of my friends, throws it off just a little bit. But, like, as long as the design turns out good, then yeah, should be good. Because hey, the design overall is going pretty dang well. Yes, I'm coloring these shoes brown because I am basic AF. Yes, I am completely basic. But also, if we're going to be talking about the character itself, Lucy, because this isn't just me doing a simple recolor for another character and just turning them into an OC. No, I actually, back with the other sprite, I did give the character actual lore. Yes, they have lore. Surprisingly, I mean, looking at the character's design, you may not think, you think that right here would be all the lore you'd get out of it. No, I actually did make lore before the sprite designs I am currently doing right now. So I might as well talk about the lore of Lucy, or at least some bits and pieces. I'm not going to get completely into it, but I will be talking about a few things. So, as I said with my other OC, Hammer, Hammer is in fact dating Lucy, and and yes, even though Hammer's basically just me, let me live out my fantasies, buttheads. Okay, man, just look. Hold on, Discord. Okay, never mind. But yeah. So, Lucy's story is a mix between wholesome and kind of tragic, because the thing about Lucy is she, excuse me, she tends to have mental breakdowns. The main reason for these breakdowns, according to me, is because she was made fun of a lot back in her days, meaning she basically got bullied a lot. Yeah, she got bullied a lot, and it's like, yeah, which caused her to have mental breakdowns quite often, actually. Hold on a minute. What was the last thing? What was the last image I named? What? Save as new Lucy .jpg. This is, yeah, I put .jpg in there because it just works. Also, here's the new Lucy 2 design. Let me change the shoes actually real quick. I'm going to change these shoes now. Yeah, I'm gonna get the paint bucket tool here. Paint bucket. By the color a little bit. Okay.
Don't know what you're missing.
Not missing much besides a wrinkled D.
And then thawing. I hadn't thawed in like 5 minutes.
Let's see.
When I got in, you know how that tingle is when you're cold in your feet? You hit something warm?
Yes, I know that feeling.
That's what it was. 5 minutes later,
yeah.
I was toasty through and through.
Want to see my recolor? Hold on a minute, I have to scroll up. This is what I made. Dude.
Okay.
Hey, don't ask. The original design looks like that. I just recolored it in my own way, because why not? It was all originally just white and blue before. I am still not changing the microphone in their hand. think I should do this
Maybe I'll
with...
throw it for you.
Actually, should I just one more of the sprites? Yeah, might as well. Hold on, which ones did I do it with? Crud, I forgot. So I did this with the happy sprite, and then this is the normal confused sprite. Yeah, confused. That's confused. Should I do it with the... Yeah, static right pose. I feel like I should do it with... that one? Hold on a minute. Oh, it's a tough one on which one I should do these sprites with. Wait, now you see that JPEG. Should I just keep it? Do I? Hold on, let me check a few things. So this is New Lucy 2. This is New Lucy. The other one. Yeah, I think I have... It's pretty good, actually. Get rid of these two PNGs. Okay, I'm gonna make a New Lucy 3, but I'm going to be using it with... Cha-cha. It's kind of funny. Should I do it? Oh no, that's just gonna make me feel bad. No, don't make me not doing that one. That's gonna be my last one probably. Should I do it with this one? I mean, she looks happy. Yes, which has happyrank.jpg. Do that. Okay, so now we're gonna open with the happy right pose. Yes. So this is the original design of the character, technically, specifically the happy right pose of the character. And then here are the new Lucy designs, where, yes, these are going to be the main colors I will be using. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the happy right pose and going to be using all these colors again. Once again, I gotta get the paint bucket tool because it is way easier using the paint bucket tool. I know that makes me sound lazy, but I can do what I want. It's my art. Tech kind of. I don't know. It's my OC. It's my OC. Let's put it like that. It's not my art. It's my OC. And to those who may not know what OC stands for, because you might live under a rock, OC stands for Original Character, for those people who may live under a rock for some reason. Yes, do that. I never know how far down these should go normally. Should I go down to there? No, that's a little too far. Let me just do that. Do that. Yeah, that should be good for now. This with the hair part. Actually, no, I gotta get the blue in there. I just think purple. Okay, so I was originally gonna do it like purple and green because of a whole joke I have. Comes from my dad, but just wanted to make that shout out real quick. He's the original lady behind the PG joke, aka purple and green. Yeah, I was originally gonna do the hair purple and green, but after realizing that looks kind of dumb in hair, it's like. Yeah, after realizing that just looks straight up stupid within hair, I was like, Nah. Oh, and I just farted. Is that her hair still? Oh, it is her hair still. Okay, good. I got confused for a second. So coloring the back parts there. Let's get the skin coloring in now. Let's do that. Put that in the ear. Put these here. That's more of the hair, so gotta do that. Yeah, it looks better. I just realized I need to color in the mouth. Did I do it for the others? No, because their mouth wasn't open. What color do you even make a tongue? Like I understand it would be pink, like. Yeah, that's probably the best tongue color I'm gonna get, because I am not going through a million different contingencies for what a tongue color should be. Trust me, I don't want to go through that hassle. Okay, let's get the other colors in now. So do that here, do this, color that, put the color within the arms and the hands. I just like to imagine that they're wearing gloves, because, I don't know, it just looks cool within the design. So, it's one of the main reasons I'm not changing the hand color. Okay, no, that's not the right one. Here's the actual red I want to use for the skirt. Again, the red throws it off just a little, but it's my design, so I do what I want. Anybody who does have art tips, tell me what I should probably change the skirt color to, or give me artist tips that don't have to do with me using other art. After all, the mod in which the character comes from was cancelled. So, yeah. Wait, do I have pure black? I do. Do that. Get the light brown. And color the shoes in. I am basic, because they look like Mario shoes. Yep. I think that's good. Yeah, I think that's good for that design. So after that, let's save. Save as Lucy3.jpg. Save. Do that. Okay, so now we got the third one. Now we need the fourth sprite. What would be my... Okay, because the fifth sprite, I am not going to like. It looks so sad. Oh god, why do they have to be referred to as horny? Why do they have to be referred to as horny? Like, I know the mod creator was like, I know what I'm doing. God, I don't know what I should use, because these all look bad in context. I want to use the one that looks the least bad. Even though that's not really possible within the context of these poses. Save image as .jpeg. Yeah, I have to make these JPEG files in order for them to actually work. Now we get to open the final one. So here we go. Yeah, that's the final one. It's called Horny Left. Okay. Anyways, this is the. Actually, no, this isn't the final spray. I gotta get the paint bucket again. Jesus Christ. So inside the mouth, again, only color I'm using for the tongue. For when the mouth is actually open. So we're gonna do that. Do that. Okay, do that. Back to some lore, besides having mental breakdowns. Yes, I got distracted a little bit. Besides the, yeah, back to the lore of the character. Back to the lore. They are also considered to be, fudge, I don't know what I'm saying. Lucy right here is considered to be a good person in nature, but in reality they can be quite mischievous. But they are mostly good natured because they're like, yes, they are wholesome on some occasions. It's one of those when they want to be on, it's like one of those when they want to be situations, you know? You know situations where people are like, I'll be on my best behavior. Where like people be like, I'm gonna be on my best behavior. There's like, actually, it's not a good example. You know those people who are like, I'm a really good person, but only on certain occasions. That's Lucy with her wholesome, because it's like, yeah, it's like I'm a good wholesome person, but only when I want to be. Yeah, it's like one of those only when I want to be situations. I'm sure there's at least one person who knows that kind of friend. And it's like, somebody's just like, yeah, I know that kind of. Somebody's just like, yep, I know that kind of person. One of my friends, or I live with them. Because yeah, we all know that one person. And in that case, in the case for me though, that it's 100% just me. It's like no way around it. I'm that person. I'm not. I decide not to be an a-hole only when I decide to be. Yeah, I'm that kind of guy. Okay, do that. Keep putting in more coloring. Oh, dang it. There we go. There we go. Okay, color in the shoes a little bit. Yeah, I am bad at coloring. Okay, gotta get the red now for the skirt. But yeah, other bits of lore is, you might have noticed that Lucy is a bit, yeah, there's actually a good reasoning for that. this technically came out a little bit later within the lore, at least in my case. But they have a habit of stress eating, meaning that when they are stressed out, or they just have, it's like when they're stressed out, like, it's not always when they're stressed though. Usually when they're stressed or fudge, I forgot the. Oh yeah, now I got it. Usually when they're stressed or at like the movie theater getting popcorn, Hammer every time has to get 2 buckets because he has to get like a bucket for himself, and even then, Lucy will still eat out of his bucket of popcorn. But yeah, that's just one case of her constantly eating. She has a big appetite apparently. Sounds a lot like my endless gut. But yeah. But yeah. But yeah, besides that, whenever she's stressed, she basically somehow pulls food out of nowhere and starts binge eating. Another time she does this is when she's watching Twilight. Yes, Lucy's favorite movie is the Twilight franchise. Specifically the first one, since the rest suck. Yeah, any Twilight fans can roast me as much as they want. I don't care too much for those movies, but they're Lucy's favorites, so I'm like, yeah. And every time Hammer and Lucy have to watch, and every time Hammer has to watch Twilight because of Lucy, he just gives it. He's like, we're going through this again. Screw it. I might as well get all the food I can before I can get in before Lucy eats it all. But yeah, but the binge eating eventually caught up to her, and now, yeah, you can see the results. I made it originally just canon because I thought it was funny. But here's the thing: when I make characters, it's like, okay, I like this idea just because maybe it's funny or it's not. But here's the thing: if I'm gonna make it canon, I need to give it some sort of reason. And the reason for Lucy is binge eating, and stress eating. Which, in hindsight, makes sense when I think about it. But yeah, not much else to say there. We're just going to save that. Save as New Lucy 4. So save that. Okay, there's one more sprite we're going to use now, and then that'll be the end of it, because I've been going for nearly 30 minutes. Okay, so we're gonna do, I hate this sprite. Oh, crud, I forgot to do something, .jpeg. I need to resave this thing. .jpeg. Do that, and now it is a JPEG file. I need to get rid of some of these others. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. We just need to get the final one. So open CryBlue. What? Wait, what? It's a JPEG though. It's a JPEG. You know what? I didn't want to use the image anyways. Screw it. We got 4 images already anyways out of it. Yeah, I think I'm good on making these images. Yeah, I think I'm good now. Anyways, that's all I have to say. So I'm gonna move that right there real quick. Yep. So here we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, you got 1 from the neutral, 2 from the happy, and then 1 from horny. It's like the near perfect balance almost. It's like yeah, I say it's the perfect balance on each side, honestly. Yeah, that's all I gotta say though, so I am out of here. See ya.